Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. Singy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they've changed the dimensions.
It's a different ballpark. It plays differently, and these hitters are really feeding off of it. You give the pitcher a nice little lead, and we see those guys getting comfortable and leading the team to victory.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, David Peterson.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Ground ball right side. Baden fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes, and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. This to center field. Baden makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Nowhere to go on that one. Just squared him up right in the back.
And now for the Marlins, Matt Mervis. Check swing, called strike. Next offering is in for a strike. That's down and in. Lopez off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3. 1 left for Miami. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Citi Field. Today's starting pitcher, Ronnie Enriquez.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Here's Juan Soto. Popped up left side. Paulie. He makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Here's a Mets lineup now. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Pete Alonso stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. On the ground, right side. And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
So runner at second, 2 down. Nimmo now at the plate. And a strike.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Runner at second, 2 down.
That's the ball.
And that's a little bit high.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first, thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And he makes the catch. And that's the inning. Mets strand 1. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. Peterson measures 6 feet 6 inches, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Peterson back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. There's the strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Now a look down to first. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. And that's outside. And now it's filled up. Fly ball to right. Soto makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down. So digging in, Griffin Conine. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Now a chance for Derek Hill.
No ball, 1 strike.
No score here in the second. And ball 1.
1-1.
Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. This one in the air. Paulie settles under it. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And now it's Mark Vientos. And that drops in for a strike. And that one missing low.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-1. And that's through there for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Popped up. They got it for out number 2.
Batting 7th, second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. Clips the corner. Strike 1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
High fly ball out to center field. Hill coming on. Makes the catch. That is the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's the rookie third baseman, Graham Paulie. And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. Fly ball center field. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down.
Batting 9th, catcher Liam Hicks.
And up next for Miami, Liam Hicks. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Yeah, there's the strike. One out, bases empty.
Oh.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Baden slings to first in time. Back to the top of the Miami order. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
2 down, nobody on.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2-1.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. On to first, third out, and that ends the frame. Miami down in order. Still no score. And we're back. And now it's Jose Siri. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Thought that was a no doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Peyton Singer getting ready to hit. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. One down, base is empty. That's out to center field. Hill corrals it. That's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. Hit in the air, left field. Konai sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that is that. On to the fourth. Still scoreless. Back here at City Field. Start of the fourth. And the batter now, Kyle Stowers. Outside low. And that's ball 1. High chopper to third, but it kicks foul. The 1-1. Fastball right back to the mound. Sends it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, second baseman, Otto Lopez.
Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. And he went around. That's ruled a swing. And there's the ball.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And delivers outside.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And now Matt Mervis. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Just missed. That's a little bit low. That one's in there. 2-1 now. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Fish yet to pick up a hit here. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And the Marlins down quietly. And we are still scoreless. Back here in Queens, bottom four, and now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Now a check swing, but he held up.
1-1.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page
Now
right now.
batting, designated hitter Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Next pitch misses outside. And it's 3-2. Back to the mound. It hit him. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
And now Jesse Winker. He's 0 for 1. First offering, and it just misses. Nimmo off of first with 2 away. In there at the knees, and a count 1-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
On the ground. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and the bases are now loaded.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
So bases all loaded up. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Miami's bullpen with some action. Cal Quantrill up and throwing. Meyer warming up as well. Two outs. Right through there for a strike.
In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
And the next pitch is way outside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Makes the grab, and that is the inning. Mets leave them loaded, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. Wagaman measures 6 feet 4 inches. 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Soto gets under it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder Griffin Conine.
Griffin Conine digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1.
Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
Tosses to first. Yeah, they get the out.
You often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And now the center fielder, Derek Hill, struck out swinging his first time. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. That one out to right. And that's the 3rd out. Halfway through this one, still no score. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Jose Siri.
Enriquez back to work. And that drops in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that. Could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And the pitch is outside, ball one.
Well, these Mets need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Misses. 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Gone. He sends it out of here. It's 1-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ronnie Enriquez gives way, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher on now, Cal Quantrill.
Now
this is his third
Miami.
time out this year.
Number 47, Cal Quantrill.
So up next, Hayden Sanger. Fly to center his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Quantrill back to work. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
No ball. 2 strike.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Out to short. Edwards throws to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
I love how
Now
guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball. 2 strike.
Inside,
No,
just missed.
2 balls. 2 strike.
Stays alive. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. In the air on the infield. Paulie should have this one. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there.
Right
I mean, that
fielder,
pitch was
Juan
right down the middle. I think he got a little
Soto.
too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
And first offering is fouled off. Quattro back to work. That one in the dirt, and 1-1. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Chop to third. And a foul ball. And that's in the dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
To the right side. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Soto. Out number 3. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 1-0. Back here at City Field. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. And fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Now the catcher up to hit, Liam Hicks. In the air to left center. 2 down.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Xavier Edwards. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
The shortstop takes the ball. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Checks over to first, back safely. Now Kyle Stowers. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
One ball, one strike.
In the dirt. Two outs. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Line to right, base hit. Around third. Here comes the throw. safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Matt Mervis will hit next. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs. And that is out of play.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just misses there.
That's a really good take.
Eric Wagaman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now at 1-1. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
This to third, and it goes just foul. And now the 0-1. That's to third, and foul ball. That one missed. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Anthony Bender, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Veneziano also throwing. That one drilled left field. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Yeah, it's a really nice catch right there near the wall, and you have to use everything available to you. Know when your feet leave the grass and hit the warning track. Also, when you're able to, use the bare hand to feel for exactly how close you are. And right there, perfect use of his instruments.
Nimmo in the box again, takes a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now at the plate, Jesse
Winker.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And that's outside, and it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Fouled off to the right. That's outside, and that's ball 3. Ground ball left side. Throws across the diamond, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're through 6 full. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching
The
for
Mets
the
with
Mets.
a new arm on the mound. Reed
Number
Garrett.
75, Reed Garrett.
And now the
Leading
DH,
off for
Eric
the Marlins,
Ragavan.
the designated
0 for 2
hitter, number
in this
33.
one. And downstairs. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
And that's
2-1.
outside. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him
3
off.
and 2.
And a swing and a miss. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Griffin Conine, the next to hit. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. And that's through there for a strike. 2-2 now. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Hill in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one back there, and it is gone. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty with 2 away. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. just missed. Garrett, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
2 down, nobody on. That's way outside. Ball 3. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Hicks in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Hawley, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Anthony Bender.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the Mets,
1-run game.
third
Mark
baseman,
Vientos
Mark
up now for the Mets.
Vientos.
Out to center. Hill under this one. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. And that's outside.
1-0.
Popped in the air, left field. Conine drops into the glove, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Still 2 down now, and here is Jose Siri. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Hayden Sanger up now for the Mets. Rudder takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Safe in second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
So the tying run at second. That missed by a lot. 1 ball, 1 strike. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Man at second. Good out in that spot. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Man on second, 2 down. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
New
back,
York
and a
Mets.
new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
33.
A.J. Minter.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for
Minter.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the
Leading
order
off
now.
for Miami,
Now it's the Marlins
shortstop,
leadoff hitter,
Xavier
Xavier Edwards.
Edwards.
1 for 3.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Minter, in his 7th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Outside, and the count is 2-0. Swing and a ball popped in the air, out to shallow center. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder Kyle Stowers.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. Action in the Mets bullpen. Kodai Senga preparing to come on if needed. Young getting loose as well.
Yeah. 1-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And that just misses. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's a strikeout. Matthew Ross says he went around.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen
Now
is
batting,
following
second
suit.
baseman,
It's just a good
Otto
day as a
Lopez.
manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Lopez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Just missed.
2 balls, no strike.
Next offering is down low. That clips the inside corner for a strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And there's a foul ball. And they'll do it again. High fly ball out into left center field. Series sizing it up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3.
Now pitching for
Back
Miami.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Anthony Veneziano.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading off
Nobody
for
out,
the Mets,
Lindor has a chance to tie it.
Francisco
0 for 3 in this one.
Lindor.
Sliced hard but foul. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. He goes down looking.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Juan Soto now. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. And he pumps it a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Up the middle, Edwards. And he's safe at first.
Well, that's a really tough play no matter who you are, but I think he has a chance to get him at first if he's just able to get that throw off a little quicker. It looked like he took one extra step to set himself and get a grip on the ball.
Substitution being made at first. Pinch running here. Luis Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna.
One down. Runner at first. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Snap throw to first. Acuna dives back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next pitch is downstairs. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Here's Lopez for one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Now pitching
We're
for
back.
the Mets.
It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
81.
mound. Danny Young.
Danny
He's making his
Young.
4th appearance of the season. Now into the ball game on defense. Tyrone Taylor. He
now
takes over in right.
field. Number 15.
Well, one
Tyrone
run game.
Taylor.
And now the first baseman,
Leading
Matt
off for
Mervis.
Miami.
A
First
pair of
baseman,
strikeouts,
Matt
and he's
Mervis.
flied to center. That one catches the zone. Strike 1. Lifted in the air out to left. Winker makes the play, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 33.
Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That's in there. That's strike 1. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Kodai Senga, the young right-hander, up and throwing. One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Tapped softly on the ground. Beatty to first. He's out.
Now batting, left fielder Griffin Conine.
Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. That's down and in.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
So a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Line to left and foul ball. Two outs. And that's downstairs. Full count now. And that is low for ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into
Marlins,
that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
And up next for Miami, Derek Hill. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Siri pulls that one down, and that is that. Marlins leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Calvin Fauché.
Now
A chance at his first save of the year.
Number 53, Calvin Fauché.
Brandon Nimmo
Leading
up now
off
for the Mets.
designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed. That one misses. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
One-run game, bottom 9. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Winker in the box now. Takes strike 1. And that one is inside ball 1. On a line. No one can get there. It falls in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Relay throw. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. We are tied at 2.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. First pitch misses. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Late swing fouled off. And a pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
I don't know what he's looking for right there. You have to be ready to swing the bat. You can
now
walk it off if you're just a little more aggressive.
Brett Beatty.
Now it's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. The winning run on second base. Now this is a rocket to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to
Now
remind yourself it's about the
Jose
process. He did everything
Siri.
right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And now it's going to be Jose Siri. He's already homered in this game. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Base hit center field. Here comes Winker. Here comes the throw. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Mets walk it off and win it 3-2.
Well, you come into the 9th inning down. First, you're looking to tie it. They did that, but then they got the extra to put themselves on top. These players knew exactly what it was going to take to win this ball game. I love it when you see a team find a way to win, and that's what they did today.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.